Hi friends, how y'all doing? It is Tuesday and I'm so glad you're here. I hope you are stitching or about to stitch or thinking about stitching or just enjoying listening to people talk about stitching. I do that a lot. I'll be cooking and watching or listening to Flosstube. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for your comments from last week, your encouraging words. Thank you. It's a privilege to get to know you, and I appreciate you. It is Tuesday, May 7th, and it is a sunny 87 degrees outside. It's warm. And I'm sorry if you hear that. My oldest is probably making a protein shake, and I hear the little zinger thing. Garden is doing great. Corn is coming up in rows. If any of that reminds you of a song, it is. It's a country song from the late 80s, early 90s. Berries are doing great. The thornless blackberries that are in my garden the berries are a little bit bigger than the end of the pencil. The dewberries, I called them dewberries growing up. That's what we've always called them. It's the wild blackberries, I guess. They're about half the size of the ones we get in the store. But they're coming up. We have some under the tree here in the front yard because I didn't mow them down because it's fruiting. I didn't want to mow down potential fruit. And there's some in the burn pile and some along the back fence that meets up to the neighbor's pasture. So lots of dewberries / blackberries to come. Potatoes are okay. I'm working on ants now. And I've put down cornmeal. So if that doesn't take care of it, it's a good amendment for the soil. So if it doesn't take care of the ants, then I may do like a mint or citrus spray dilution kind of thing. So garden's good, kids are good, husband's good, parents are okay. So it's okay. What else? Last week, several things I forgot. First, I wanted to start sharing Flosstube Friends, ones that I watched and just shout them out. I don't know if you've seen them. You may have. Some of them you probably have, and some you may not. So I wanted to share a couple with you. The first ones I was going to share last week, I will just share now, and then I'll pick some more that I enjoy next week. So there's a lot out there to choose from. You know that. Amy M. Makes. I mentioned her in my last extra, Flosstube Extra. She is a multi-crafter. She crochets and cross stitches, and she's a fellow homeschool mom of older kids, tweens and teens. She's got two. She's in Pennsylvania. Sweet spirit, sweet lady. On her last Flosstube, she finished an egg for Easter, and I think it's her last one. I'm pretty sure. Finished an egg and was asking for thoughts about how to finish it for next year. So if you go watch, maybe take a couple minutes and give her some thoughts on how to finish an egg. I have no idea. I think I did at the time, but it has escaped my mind now. Anyway, sweet lady, Amy Michelle, and I'll link her below. Amy M. Makes. She's new to Flosstube this year too. She just started this year, so go say hi to her. Also, I wanted to make y'all aware of, if you aren't already, of Emily Williams. Sampler, stitcher, storyteller. Oh, good. A good listen, a good watch. She's in North Carolina. Her Flosstubes is cross stitching and variety show, and excuse me, she's The variety show portion is stories or just anything. This last time she took me down memory lane. Talked about organizing and the use of Stephen Covey. She didn't talk about the book, but she mentioned it, and it brought me back to when I was working back in the day when I was gainfully employed. I worked in finance and I did payroll tax. We had a class of talking about, we read the book. I think it's 5 Habits of Highly Effective People. Is that right? Anyway, we read Covey's book and we got his planner and did a workshop. It was like a 4-hour workshop on it. But it really helped. And some of those things have stuck. Some of them haven't, but some of them have. And so that took me down memory lane. But some of the things she talked about Harry Potter. Oh, I was thinking about you today. Look, here's my cup. And she's just a great listen. She reminds me a lot of Karen, the Stitching Owl. Also, she's musical like Karen. I want to say she got her master's in musicology, grad school, some part of grad school in musicology. So she reminds me of Karen, and she's also very thoughtful in her stitching and in her words and what she shares. Very thoughtful. So go check Emily out. Emily Williams. Sweet, sweet lady. Both of them are. Emily and Amy. Sweet ladies. What else was I going to share? Oh, I forgot last week about the I Spy challenge. So Laura, hi Laura, Stitching by the Shore has been doing the I Spy game for several months now, and I've been taking part, but I have been sadly not sharing the prompts that I fulfill, and I have them written. I've started circling. I've used color ink, and somehow I forget when I'm going through. So I'm going to try to be more mindful in sharing the prompts that I'm fulfilling. So I have 2 today. So hopefully that'll hold me accountable. If I tell you now I have 2 prompts, then hopefully I will remember to share those prompts with you. So let's get started. Enough jibber jabber. Enough. Although you may like that, I like to listen to people talk. The first one is my last new start of April. WhipGo for me is full of designers, and yes I do. I have my WhipGo board here. It is it's not fancy. It's just paper. I have a designer on each one, and most of them are designers that I have not stitched before, but then I put in a few of the ones that I have current whips on, or I have stitched something before and want to do another piece in the series. So last month, at the end of the month, she called 3 numbers for May. Well, and I'll get to that in a minute. In May, I am trying to stay on my whips. I do have one planned new start, which I have not started yet. But the rest of them I wanted to work on my whips, move those along. So the 2 of the 3 that she called for May are whips, current whips that I have going. And I'll show you those in a minute. But the third one is a new start for me. It is from Summer House Stitch Works. And I talked about it last week. It is the Fragments in Time from 2023. This is number 2, and I started it while the video was uploading last week, and a little bit more before I started dinner. But here it is. Looks kind of weird. I'm going to have to put the eye in pretty soon. So I started up here and then came over, counted over like the 1 stitch to the deer. And there's the neck. I finished this thread and went ahead and started supper. This is a 14 count vintage taupe. from Artiste. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and these will be made into pillows. So, so far I like it. I mean, this was maybe 30 minutes, not long at all. So I may make this a stitch on it while Flosstube is loading project, maybe. So that was my last new start of April, because last time we got together was April 30th. What else? So now we'll go into whips. I think that's all I have there. First whip, not in any particular order. Seasonal Houses from the Needle and Eye. This was an April Whip Go Pull. I am doing the Summer House, and I'm doing it on a piece of 14 count monk cloth. Monk cloth. It's not Ada stiff. It is kind of floppy, but it's 14 count floppy. So I had a little bit of time. I don't remember what I was doing, but last time you saw it, I had that right there. So I have the outline of the roof now, and I'm starting to fill that in. So I think I did 3 strands worth, 2 over 1. Oh, 20 count on this one. I'm doing 2 over 1 on this one also, on the 20 count. I like the 2 strand coverage on the 20 for that one. And this is a 2 over 1. So it won't take long. I mean, it'll be that big. And that's the point of Move It Along May, is to get some of these things done, the smaller ones done, and get some good progress on the bigger ones. So I don't have a stitch count goal or an hourly goal. I just am picking it up and working on it until I'm ready to set it down. So, why do I keep saying Next, this is one of the prompts. So one of the prompts was Star Wars, because May has May the 4th, which was Saturday, but also Revenge of the 5th, which is 6th. Which is Revenge of the 5th, which was Sunday. We also Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. That was lovely too. This is Botanical Rebel. Words, man. By Kristin XStitch on Etsy. I'll link it below. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 20 count. No, 18. It was an 18 count Ada, and I dyed it, and it shrunk to like 20. So there I am right there. I'm doing it in the pinks that it's called for. 2 over 1. I dyed it in it's like a teal. See, that looks blue, but it's got some green in it. I mean, it's pretty. It's like a blue-green. And it's got a string. So I need to finish out this one here, the light pink. Also, I think I have the wrong color here, but I'm going to leave it and just have one on the other side that's about the same color. It's supposed to be that color there. And this color is supposed to be the interior of the flowers, but I like it, so I'm not interested in picking it out and changing it. It looks fine. And I like the light pink anyway. So I'll finish that out. I need to finish that, and then I'll probably go up. So this is the I Spy prompt of Star Wars. Okay. Then the next I Spy, I'll go ahead and do that one, because I had 2 this time. Go ahead and do that next one, just so I can have that checked. Plum Street. The pull was Heritage. The designer was Plum Street. The whip is Heritage Sampler. And this is a 40 count mocha. Newcastle linen. Where's my little sticker? want to say it's a Newcastle. I need to do some research in what makes it a Newcastle versus something else. But it's on a mocha. So here it is. Last time you saw it was like that. I can't get my, like that. Except the flower was gone completely. So I did the flower and brought it down and did some here. This is 1/1 using most of the DMC. I've only subbed the white color. It's called for 822, which blends into this too much. I subbed it for 3865. And there was a counting error on the interior by me, not the pattern. But I left it and it'll be fine. The middle is down a little bit lower, but it's okay. You know, I have an error on the other Plum Streets that I did, and I left those, so it's just me. it's me. It's definitely me. So I'll continue to go down with the stem, put in the quilt star over here, couple of leaves, and just go down. I really want to start on this next, so I'll probably come down to the first level and then and then go over. So I'll do these things here and then come down, and then I really want to start on this. The pumpkins look fun. Well, I'm on this side really. The house and the pumpkins. So that's where I'll go next on this one. 40 count. My other Plum Streets are on, what did I do them on? Like a 28 or 32. So this one will be smaller than the others, but just as pretty. Just as pretty. So, I Spy, check. What else? Fish and chips. Got some time on fish and chips. I love this one. So fun. Stitching it on an 18 count Ada, white Ada. Sorry, I'm knocking stuff around. Y'all are probably hearing all that. Okay. Using a blend of 825 and 3753. The green is 164. So last time you saw it, I had that little guy done and this guy. So kind of like that. And I did him, did the sailboat and that little swirly bits, and started on the lighthouse. Went over, started on the lighthouse. So fun. I love it. Love, love, love. Did I say 18 count white Ada? I think I did. Pretty sure I did. And the last one is a renewing stitch from this oldie but goodie Cross Stitching Country Crafts from January, February of 92. Yes, 92. And so this is just repeated. The design is repeated. It's on the arm rest and on the back of the chair. I will be turning it into a strawberry once it's completed. And it's being stitched on a dark pink that I dyed. It's a 14 count. Is that right? Yeah, no. Like this. 14 count that I dyed in Rit. And I'm stitching it with DMC Blanc and the B5200 satin from DMC. So I've got all of the Blanc stitched. So everything that's left is the B5200 satin. And that's here, these two things, the interior of the flowers, and I believe that's it. Oh, it calls for French knots. I'm not sure how that's going to work with the satin because it's not. I need to pull it pretty taut so it'll stay. I've never stitched with it before, the satin, but I like the way it adds something right there. So I'm definitely going to put in the lattice here. I'm not sure that the French knots go here in this middle part and up here, but it'll be, I think it'll be pretty for a strawberry. That's a pretty good color right there. And I need to watch some floss tubes about finishing a strawberry because I've never done one. I thought about maybe getting a doily and dipping it in, oh, there's a butterfly. Pretty. Dipping it in a green Rit dye and using it for the topper of the strawberry, maybe. Just a light green, maybe, or maybe just a felt, because it doesn't, like a piece of felt and just cut it out for the top. Maybe it doesn't need to be added decoration because this is plenty right here. What do you think? I don't know, because this is not a simple, so I wonder about making the top over decorative. I don't want it to take away from either. So that's it. It'll be pretty. I hope to have it done. I may not have the strawberry portion done, but I hope to have all the stitching done by next time. So that's that. And that is from this lovely renewing, let's bring them back, the old magazines. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Thank you for sending me, she sent me a Flosstuber who's also stitching from old magazines. So that's from this beaut. My sweet puppy's in here. Well, she's not a puppy, she's 5 this year. Hoping I can get through without her making all kinds of ruckus. I really want to do this and put it in a hoop. And where is it? Oh, those in the pink colorway. I love that border. This one too. Take this out and bring that top row down here for a small band sampler. So many fun things to stitch here. So little time. Oh well, I'll close it later. But that is all the stitching at 23 minutes. Yay. Other things going on. Plans. My plan is to get working on this. I want to. A lot of these books are from previous homeschool years. Oh, I need to tell you about the co-op. So last Monday, this past Friday, we had our practice for Family Day, and I gave the other moms the mini masterpieces. So I framed them, wrapped them. You can see those in the last floss tube if you want to. But I framed them, wrapped them, and they did like a white elephant type exchange. The favorite was water lilies, the Monet water lilies. And the others got swapped as well, but that was the one that went around the most. I think it went around 3 times, and then it had to freeze because you can't pass it more than 3. That's the rules of the white elephant, I guess. So they enjoyed those. One mom was not there, so she chose from the last two, and she chose the Eiffel Tower, and then I got the other one, which is the Bathers from Siro. So I was very happy with that because I loved that one too. But my thought is going back, my plans are to go through the bookshelf. I would like to read all of these books, but I need to go through them and organize them and tidy it up some. These are from These are the sciencey ones, and then down here are the rest of the ones for this semester or this year, and some of the ones for next year. So this is year 11, end of year 11, and beginning of year 12. So all of these are mine. That's shared, and this is theirs. So we're almost there. Plans are to tidy that up. Also to stitch birds. I really want to get back to the songbirds. Hashtag, do you want to stitch a songbird? I really want to stitch a songbird. So that is my go-to plan this week, the for sure thing that I'm going to work on this week. With that, I am also going to flip through another magazine. I'm not sure which yet. I have one that's from 78 or 79. It's a McCall's magazine. It's the only one I have. I would like to flip through that one. I would also like to flip through the Treasures one. I have two Treasures. I saw Vanna a couple of videos ago. She's stitching a Santa out of one of the Treasure magazines, and I think I have that one, but I also have one that has a beautiful floral on the front. So maybe that one, or maybe a patriotic one, and pull something out for the 4th of July. Maybe. I also need to work on my Peacock because I have not watched Mel Patchy Pony's video yet. I need to pull the Peacock out and work on that too. So lots to do. Don't we all have lots we want to stitch on? And not a lot of time, not enough time. Anyway, that's all I have. Oh, I do have a question of the week, but I can ask it real quick. Thank y'all for answering the question last week. That was fun. Lots of great answers. This one is not a stitchy question, but next week will be. The question this week is, if you had to choose between exploring outer space and the bottom of the deepest ocean, which would you choose? I would choose outer space. Only because the bottom of the deepest ocean is really dark. And I don't want to feel claustrophobic. Outer space would be lovely to see the beauty of the earth and the stars out there. But then also it would be lovely to see what's on the bottom of the ocean. What wonderful things are down there that we don't even know about. But I think I would want to go to outer space. So if you want to, you can answer the question. If not, that is fine too. It's just something fun, stitchy or non. So we're just having fun answering odd questions, which are not stitchy related. So I'll go. I'm rambling now. Y'all have a lovely day, a lovely week. I will see you in the comments. I will look forward to flipping through a magazine with you. I look forward to stitching and watching and thinking and replying. Thank you for your comments. I enjoy getting to know you. It really is a privilege to get to know you and to share this craft with y'all. It's fun. So y'all have a lovely day. I will talk to you soon.